And we are live. Hello, everybody. This is Soul by Darko Talk Tuesday with Mr. Dan Perreira from Union Home Mortgage. Dan, how you doing today?
I am doing great. Thunder are up by 15. Let's just hope they hold on.
Right. Thunder's been doing good this year. I'm excited to see when what the season holds for them, and hopefully they can pull it out this year and get a good win.
Well, Celtics have the best record and they're ahead. Oops, they're only ahead by 10 now. Not that I'm looking.
Now, I don't want to burst your bubble. I am a Celtics fan, so I'm kind of hurt
I
too.
knew that.
But no. So I'm just kind of I'm gonna deal with it later. But we'll talk about that later. But man, I'm hurt by that. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I really that's my team. It's my team. Um, but that is okay. So I wanted to jump in because we want to honor your time, but I wanted to the whole reason for my platform Talk Tuesday is just to kind of get the word out about real estate business, investing in the coming year and beyond because things are a little bit different than they were before, and I have to let people know that things are different. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
and so, man, I like to get every expert's insight on, you know, like what does the buying outlook look like in 2024 and beyond? How does a buyer need to use strategy? How do they need to move?
Well, we'll just stick with some facts. And it's when I do seminars and stuff, I tell people, look the things up. Um, the outlook for the right customer is phenomenal.
Hmm.
The outlook for the right real estate agent for next year or this year now is really, really good. There are going to be some bumps in the road. The biggest bump was the World Bank, which
Yep.
downgraded America from AAA to AA in August. Last time that was done was in 2011. The World Bank wants to see that America has a plan to pay off its debt. Um, However, that's going to hurt a small portion of the economy. Unfortunately, that small portion of the economy is going to have it's the first time home buyer programs, it's the non profitable programs. And most people understand the majority of the first time down payment assistance programs are non profitable to a bank. So you're going to see right now, you're going to see that market. They're going to have to only not only have that money, but they're going to have points and fees in order to buy in with the credit card change and the credit bureau changes up to a 400% increase, which just happened today.
Oh.
You're going to have a lot of things that are going to really hit the people, and I tell people from a factual point of view,
Hmm.
a bank, a mortgage company has to make what? Money.
Right.
And if there is a limited supply of money due to the downgrading from AAA to AA, you're going to be very selective where you want to spend that money.
Right.
Um, and so we are seeing last year I finished with the highest FICO score of my portfolio ever. It was just
Mm.
amazing. I mean, I figured, and this year I figure I'll blow that one away. I am seeing people come out of the woodworks. I'm seeing people moving to Oklahoma. People that are moving to Oklahoma, you're seeing millennials um, that are starting to buy, and most of the millennials that we're seeing buying have 70, 80,000, 90,000 or more. And they make too much money for a lot of these programs, and they don't want to buy the $130,000 to $200,000 house. They want the $300,000 to $400,000 house. So, with that said, the market for 2024, um, I actually did a webinar with Real Producers Magazine and
Okay.
today, and it was real simple. The cream's going to rise to the top. The top agents are going to do well. The middle agents that establish themselves of a value and they have a value proposition are going to do
Hmm.
very well. The agents that don't have a very specific plan, and because the market will shrink, you're going to have less and less agents. So the agents that stay in are going to be much better. You're going to see a lot of the part-time agents drop away. You're going to see a lot of the low-producing agents, the 1 million, the people that do 3-4 deals a year aren't going to be able to hold on to it. So, but overall, I think 2024 will be very comparable to 2020, not 2021. I don't think we'll ever see another 2021.
No.
I really think it's going to be comparable to 2020. And then you say, why do you say that? Because my 2023 was identical to 2019. I literally finished with almost the same numbers.
Interesting. Okay.
And I see 2024, Oklahoma is very lucrative. People are moving out of big cities. If I would tell an agent, if you want to be successful in 2024, it's very simple. What is your value add proposition that separates you from the others?
Gotcha. Okay. And that's speaking in terms of realtors.
Correct.
For the buyers, and I put this on today's discussion too, is like, how do they overcome the fear of not being approved? That's been the talk of the buyers I have been personally working with. And I knew you had a program. I knew you had a program to kind of get people to understand, see where they're at, and make the move if they want to make the move. But what is a way that they can kind of overcome that fear of not being approved?
Well, that's a great question, because the key word is fear. The fear is caused because when's the last time you took a class in high school or college on financial awareness, on financial literacy, or balance a checkbook, or a credit score, or buying a house?
Right.
That's gone away. That's
Right.
why the fear is there, because the knowledge, our knowledge is Google. And I'm going to answer yours with a lady that right before this call called me up.
Yeah.
And she was referred to me. And the conversation went well like this. I've done what my other lender has told me, and I'm going the wrong way. And I don't know what to do now. So I said, what did your other lender told me? And the other lender said, well, I paid off some collections. I did this, I did that. I go, you did what? I go, let me guess. Just lucky guess. Your credit score tanked. How'd you know? Just a lucky guess. We don't play that game. If you will Google and check out the resources, majority of the credit repair companies, Lexington Law Firm and stuff, are done. They've got millions and millions of dollars in lawsuits because of what they've done to people, which is not correct.
Right.
There is a program, and I tell people this, when the clients come to me, I always say, the higher credit score you get, the better your rate is to a degree, the lower your mortgage insurance, and that's the big one, but the better options and programs open up.
Yeah.
So a credit score is all it is a mathematical formula. And if you know the formula and understand what influences it, that's it. It's just math. So the credit bureaus have always had a thing called what if. And what it is when we pull your credit bureau, we get 3 scores, and it tells us your range of improvement. If your range of improvement is 20 points or more, and that range of improvement is predicated over the next 30 days, so it's quick. What can you do quickly? She sent me her stuff. Her range of improvement was 71 to 81 points. And I showed her, ran the what if, cost me $20. I invest in a real estate partner, referred me somebody. So I invested money in her credit bureau, I invested money in her what if, sent her a report. I said, you follow this report, this will happen. Period. End of story. The report said clearly, do not pay off any collections. Very big bold. And then just basically $352 applied in the right place on 3 credit cards, raises her score. That was it.
And so does this now, as of right now, does this what if cost like to do a what if analysis? Does that cost right as of right now?
That's a great one. Yes, it does. But the law states, and this is why, when I talk to your clients or any clients that refer to me, I always ask them, did your previous lender, because I get a lot of previous lender referrals, tell you about this? No. The reason they don't is the cost cannot be paid by the consumer. The cost has to be paid by the loan officer. It cannot be paid by the company. We average $1,400 to $1,500 a month in what if and credit improvement costs. And people go, why do you spend that much? Well, if a real estate partner gives me one of their clients, they're expecting me to do the best job I can.
Right.
And in most cases, I spend a little bit of money on it. Now, do I do it randomly? No, I got to have their documents, their commitment and stuff. No money. I just got to have if they're committed, I will do that. And then we'll sit down and we'll get them in a better deal. So the what if is amazing. And I've yet to have one customer say their previous lender did it. And they always ask, why is that? It says, because they have to pay for it. It's called a cost of doing business. And It works. It's 100%. It's exciting. It's going to be the thing that's going to separate me from the other lenders, because I have a feeling I'm going to be doing more and more of them.
I have a feeling too, especially as the not only just the rates getting lower, but as things start to pick up closer to the season. Do you think that directly affects your business, like the rates? Are you anticipating that they will fall even more? And what kind of dogfight will that be? Because
the analogy on that is extremely simple, and I tell people don't try to overthink it. When rates go down, more and more people are going to come out and buy houses. It's a very simple 1 + 1 is 2. Rates come down, more people are going to buy houses.
Right.
Nobody will argue that. Well, that's called supply and demand. And when more people come out, we still have a problem with supply.
Right.
But we still got a great demand. So now we're going to have the same problem with supply, but bigger demand. That's why in the beginning I said I really feel sorry for the lower credit score and the first-time home buyers, because they're going to get pushed out of the market. And I tell people, don't believe me, Google it. Statistically, first-time home buyers and lower credit scores right now are the lowest that I've ever seen. I don't know if you caught at the beginning of the show, I said my credit score is the highest it's ever been.
Right.
That's because I target the market. And I see this, and I do the what if. And people always, well, how's your credit score so high? It's simple. Half of my customers I've done a what if, and I've raised their score in 2 or 3 weeks. And I've saved them. And the majority of the savings, Isaac, is in mortgage insurance. That's where the majority of the savings is in mortgage insurance.
Right.
Not so much the rate, the mortgage insurance. You and I had a client once together that we did it on, and the money he saved in mortgage insurance was over $200 a month by getting his scores up. And you know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
It was huge.
Yeah, that's a lot of money per month to save. So no, it's super important. I think, and this is kind of with the fear thing. I want to give context to that too, because first time home buyer has this definition, and I think it's tied to lower scores. But there are first time home buyers, like you're not out of the woods if you have a high credit score. You can do some things. I think down payment and first time home buyer, they have, they try to tie it together with low credit score borrowers, but it's not. So I would just first seek a lender to get all of your options, seek all of your options first, and then make the determination after that. But you want a game plan. The only way you can get a game plan is with talking with the lender and doing something like the what if. So
but it's ironic. You just said something that is so critical. There are some really, really good programs out there. And if you can get the magical score 660, now If you can get a 660 or higher, the door's open for a lot of things. Rural development just raised their income limits, just 146,000 for a family of 5 or more. You can buy a lot of house for that's no money down. VA just raised its limits. FHA just raised its limits. All these limit increases, all these income increases is what? That's telling you what the market's going to be doing. They're predicting the market. You're going to have higher selling homes and on a better customer coming down the line. That's exactly what's happening. And the market's telling you this. And you need to just be aware of it. Now, I've been an advocate, and I don't mean to be a negative Nelly, but the credit bureau has always been very discriminative.
Right.
I can prove that by real numbers. Do you know that if you have a husband and wife and they have the same credit score and the same credit, the wife will always have a higher credit score?
That is crazy.
It will. My wife's credit score is always higher than mine. We have the same credit.
That is crazy, man. That is crazy.
Do you know that the number one thing that infects a credit score as far as a trade line? Think about it. It's a mortgage. How many first-time home buyers have a mortgage on their credit bureau?
None.
So
Not
the
that many.
base is already eliminated. The second thing is 2 years of major car credit. A lot of first-time home buyers don't have that. But the big one that really is easy to fix is student loan debt. You borrow on your student loans, you don't make payments, you defer them out. You borrowed, give you a great example. We had a person the other day, they owe $88,000 in student loan. I told them, your student loan debt is $88,000 something. She goes, I only borrowed $58,000. Am I late? Am I past due? No. But by you not making payments, now some of the time was interest deferred or waived, but a lot of it wasn't. She owes more money on her student loans than she borrowed by $30,000. So guess what? She's over the limit on all of her student loans.
Oh, wow.
And she's made no payments. So she has zero activity and over the limit.
Wow. Now, and this is, I'm glad you brought that up too, with the student loan part. People can still borrow with student loans.
Yes.
It's just and correct me if I'm wrong, debt to income ratio comes into play, on-time payments, making payments. Is that part of that?
Making payments. That's the easiest way to fix it. Take all your student loans, and I tell people, you've got 8 student loans, you owe $50,000. Put them all together. Put them in one. Because your 7 or 8 student loans are all over the limit. Now you combine them into one, you're at your limit, because now you have a new loan, and just start making payments and pay an extra $50 or $100 a month on them. But make payments to get the balances over. You get activity and you make payments to where your balances are below what you borrowed. Guess what? What you know what your score is going to do?
Yeah,
it won't take long. The thing is, it won't take long. And also, most people have, and I don't know about you, I had 2 people I told this to recently. Both of them are school teachers. Both of them, and this is sad, both of them teach in the Oklahoma City Public Schools. I'm not going to name the schools, but they teach in the Oklahoma City. And both of them, I said, I know what school you teach at. Why aren't you on the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program? And they were like, what are you talking about? Both of them called me back and the process and realized they qualified for it. And I said, that's going to reduce your payment. It'll eliminate your interest. You'll make littler payments, but you'll pay the principal down. And after 10 years, if you stay within that field, it'll be forgiven. So it's a win-win-win situation. It's a win for the community. The community gets good teachers. The community gets areas that the community needs people that they're hard pressed to get good people.
Yeah.
Get good people working in those programs. It's a win for the people with the student loan debt, and it's a win for the government. Payments are made.
Man, that's good stuff, man. Especially for the teachers, man. That's a very difficult client in a sense, just because it's so limited, in certain areas, but I know they have a bunch of different programs that they can, qualify for if they have, of course, that magical that magical number
Right.
above 660. Man, I want to honor your time too. So I said
Yeah.
15 minutes, but I wanted you to just final thoughts. Tell them who you work for, how they can reach you, Instagram, Facebook, any of those platforms.
Yeah. The best way to do is just call my cell 405-822-0141. Go to Dan Perreira on Facebook. The three things I will tell you is the first thing is I'm very proud. I used to not be socially talented. Met a guy named Isaac Darko a while back ago. Remember this conversation? Now my Google review, I just passed Dan Perreira, the famous British soccer player. I'm actually ahead of him in Google reviews.
Oh wow! Okay.
So when you put my name in, I jumped past him.
Yep.
So but the reason is the communication. The number one investment you make is your home. We treat it as an investment. We don't get emotional. We treat it as an investment. I closed 188 loans last year.
Oh wow!
71 of them were 20 years or less.
Oh wow! In age?
Pardon me? No, the loan terms were 20 years or less.
20 years or less?
Yep.
In 2023?
Yep.
Man, that's a crazy stat. Even with the with the rates high?
Yep, because I told them to go talk to their financial planner and their tax accountant.
Yeah.
And when they did, most of those cases, not all of them, almost all of them though, there was no tax benefit to them because of standard tax deduction.
Gotcha.
And on average, it's only $100 on average.
Wow.
Per month more per $100,000. But when I sat there and I let them use their own little calculators, on average, it's $28,000 to $32,000 in interest savings at 10 years on a 20 to 30-year loan per $100,000. A 15-year loan, you make more money in principal interest payment from payment one.
So that means they can actually pay off faster than somebody who, wow.
And if there's no tax benefit whatsoever, and the house doesn't own you, and the payment's fine. Isaac, let me ask you a question. If I gave you gave me $100 a month for 10 years, and I guarantee you $32,000 back after 10 years, would you take it? All you have to do is give me $100 a month, and then after 10 years, I give $32,000. Would you do it?
I would definitely. I don't know if I would. I would do that.
All right, think about that. It's only $12,000. You're giving me $12,000. I'm giving you 32
years. No, that's not good. Actually, no, I would not take that. That's not good.
Well, that's exactly what a mortgage is. By cutting the 10 years,
okay,
you're only paying 100 and you're saving 3 to 1.
Gotcha.
That's how simple it is. It's not that hard. And then the nice thing is a 20-year loan, the mortgage insurance drops after 4.5 to 5 years. It drops.
So, and so you continue to save more money.
Right.
Okay.
And I just tell people, you don't believe me? Talk to a financial planner. Talk to your accountant. They all come back. We're doing 20 years.
Right.
As long as it doesn't hurt you and your budget is fine, it's a smart financial decision. And then, because most people only stay in a house 3 to 5 years, when you sell that house 3 to 5 years from now, instead of having very little equity, because the 30-year loan, first 10 years is hardly any interest, you got a crap load of what? Equity,
man.
So not only did you save money, you made money in equity. But I always tell people, just make sure that house payment does not rule your family, because then it's no fun. But if your budget and you can afford a 20-year loan financially, I've never had an accountant or a financial planner go against me. They all said he's right.
Man, that right there, that's a good nugget right there. So that lets you guys know you need a financial planner.
Oh yeah.
You need these tax advisors. You need these people in order to help you maximize. This is how you be wealthy. This is how you obtain wealth over time. But man, Dan, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
You have dropped a lot of knowledge, especially for me today. Did not realize. Um, but man, thank you so much again. And come back anytime. Might have you again very soon. Do you have a home buyers coming up for home buyers?
Yeah, we have several different home buyer seminars coming up,
Okay.
and right now I don't have the dates in front of me. I know one's the 22nd. I know one's the 8th. I don't
Okay.
have that information, but it's not a first time home. It's a home buyer
Home buyer.
seminar.
Okay. Just home
We're
buyer.
not titling first timer because
Got you.
it literally is with changes. It really educates people on this is the biggest financial decision.
Right.
Make it right.
Right. Right. Okay. I will. What I'll do is make sure to get those dates and times and locations from you, and then I'll post that on my Instagram page and Facebook
Okay.
page. So, and outside of that, man, Dan, I thank you once again.
Isaac, it's always been a pleasure. Always been a pleasure.
All right.
And do you know if the Thunder won or not?
I'm not. I wasn't gonna look, but I was like, let me look while you on here because I know you're Thunder.
It's 4-point game with 2.8 seconds left.
Okay.
It's close.
Nah, I think they already won. Thunder
Oh, they
won.
did?
They won by 4.
The Thunder did?
They won by 4. It's
And they
okay.
beat, what was the other team's name? I can't remember.
The Boston Celtics. Was Tatum playing? Tatum must not have been playing.
Oh, Tatum was rocking.
Yeah. Oh
It's a good
man.
game.
Okay. It's okay. That's okay. We'll see y'all in the playoffs. Well, we won't see y'all in the playoffs. We'll see y'all in championship.
I like that. That would be a great championship.
That would be good. That would be good. All right, man. I'll sign you off, and then I'm gonna talk to the people. And
All right, we'll talk to you later.
all right.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Man, so guys, man, thank you, Dan, for definitely coming on. Everybody on Instagram, thank you guys for coming on as well. Man, this has been amazing. Dan dropped some, man, he dropped some bombs. Definitely talk about the teachers program, that public loan forgiveness program. If you're a teacher and you're looking to buy a house, you need to get on that program as soon as possible. Try to share this live too with people, man. I'm glad he came on. We went way over time, but he did share some things that can kind of dispel your fear of jumping in the house buying market. This from now till about, I would say, the end of March. This is my advice to you, and he probably could back me up on this as well. If you do not purchase a house from now till, I would say, the end of March, you are going to be in a dog fight and you are going to pay more. I will guarantee that. I will guarantee that. I will guarantee that. And so, at any rate, this is from a retail standpoint. You need to like now till probably the end of March, man. You definitely need to consider getting off the fence and jumping in and purchasing a house as soon as possible. Um, and definitely for my realtors, you know this. I know you've been pushing your clients to get off of the fence and jump in there and buy a home as soon as possible, because I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a dog fight, and we do not have inventory. I repeat, we do not have a lot of inventory, so it's gonna be slim pickings. So the people that are ready, they're the ones that are going to succeed the most. And so, hey, at any rate, I want to help all you individuals get off the fence. As for my other colleagues, my other realtor friends, man, you guys, I'm here to help too. I'm gonna bring y'all on as well on Talk Tuesday because man, we can help. That's all I can say. We can help. We have lender friends that can help us out. We have the title companies that can help us out. But I'm warning you, like, buy now or suffer later. You will pay more later for a house that you could have got now. Like, I'm telling you that. So at any rate, I wanted to jump into the last topic for tonight, which is talking about minority ownership. I didn't talk to Dan about that, but I wanted to kind of give a little bit of insight. He gave me a stat about a couple of weeks back, and he is saying that the minority homeownership from 2020 to now has dropped considerably. Um, and that it was so alarming to me to the point, and I'm a huge advocate for minority ownership, considering the community I came from, and a lot of my friends and family members, um, uh, like Latina X, shoot, even for the Asian community, man, there's a disparity. There's a huge disparity in minority ownership, and I want to. I'm taking it personal. Like, guys, we have to start educating, and not even just start like platforms like this. You need to share it with people, and we really need to start educating um, our community, our friends, loved ones, people that are close to us on the importance of ownership and the importance of having, like Dan said, man, a financial advisor. Man, a, I know a billion financial advisors right now. Like, and having a tax strategist, not just somebody that do your taxes, not H&R Block. I'm talking about an actual tax strategist to help you, save the most money. Man, there are people paying way too much in taxes. I used to be one of them. And so I don't, now I don't condone not paying taxes, but I don't want to pay a lot of taxes. So but financial advisor, get a financial advisor, get a tax strategist. If you don't have one, direct message me and I will send you 3 or 4 names. Um, of those individuals. They can help you out tremendously and give you a game plan, not just sell you a product, but actually give you a strategy, so you can win and you can buy right. Dan said he closed 188 files last year. That is ridiculous. And that also lets me know that people are still buying because they are buying smart. And that is the key. And so if you feel like you don't have that knowledge, number one is to get that knowledge. Go to experts like me, go to experts like a lender, anybody that you know that has that expertise, and ask questions till you can't ask questions no more. And so that'll be my notes for tonight, because I don't want to hold y'all up, but it is 9:35. But man, thank you for everybody that came on tonight. Any questions that anybody has, man, this is a time. You can throw your questions in the chat on Instagram, or you can throw your questions in the chat on this Facebook Live. So any questions? It's the Q&A session right now. So for my Instagram folks, man, got a lot of people that came on Instagram, man. What's up to everybody on Instagram, Facebook? Yeah, any questions regarding that? I know I do want to announce that we do have some houses being built out in the city, um in some new communities. Just want to kind of put those on notice. I'm gonna start actually putting those on my page, Instagram page and Facebook. So you'll start seeing those very soon. Um, and man, I'm about to name this Talk Tuesday. I've been trying to come up with a name, and I think I got it, man. So, um, Property Perspectives podcast. I think I'm leaning toward that. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about. But hashtag P3. So Property Perspective podcast. Um, and I was just thinking, there's so many perspectives dealing with real estate, and so I just want to put that out there. Man, appreciate that. Miss Mitchell, you my hashtag P3. Okay. So you with it, man. Man, gotta bring you on too. So please let me know. Like, I'm gonna reach out. Because I gotta bring you on, man. We gotta promote and give you flowers. She's doing something incredible here in Oklahoma City. Uh so man, shout out to Miss Lucretia Mitchell Broker. You need to change that name, Broker. broker extraordinaire. So at any rate, guys, it is 9:37 and it is time for me to get off here. But if you do have any questions, you want to hit me offline, go ahead and do that in the DMs on Facebook and on Instagram. Also, we do have the giveaway. I'm going to do a video on that, and I'll send that out tomorrow. Guys, we still have till next Tuesday. I will announce a winner next Tuesday. So please like and subscribe on YouTube. Comment on my post. New year, and what is else? Click the link in the bio for a free consultation. Share this with anybody. Share my videos, any of my other videos. Share with them, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will start posting some content on there very soon. But thank you again, guys. Peace.